And y'all, Rooster here. I'm gonna give you a practical set of actions you can do to change the world and your life. So I'll give you an example. Like what I did for me personally is I made a decision that I'm gonna avoid violence if at all possible. However, here's the caveat. I'll pick up a motherfucking pistol before I go work for these corporate US slave notes. Can you dig? Because that's just propping up this system of exploitation, pivot and pandering, and we ain't gonna get nowhere with that shit. They got us whooped from the beginning. But maybe that seems a bit extreme to you. Maybe you ain't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Despite all the circumstances and the evidence that would point towards the root of the issue. Well, you gotta get started somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, like, maybe you can't come to there, right? Well, here's an example. Practical faith didn't work. You know, we can't just talk this shit, right? So I'm walking through the neighborhood tonight actually, and I came across these signs, and there's all these signs about, pushing 6 feet of fear propaganda on your bitch ass because you can't think for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I got a couple of them. You know what I mean? I took them out. I hate this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to bring one back out of the 20 or so that I took out. And by the way, we should start making signs. Call me, contact me if you want to do night runs. We're going to go out at night and set up all kinds of signs talking about real shit and how, you know what I'm talking about. So get at me about this. But let's go over this sign. Let's see what it's really saying. Okay. So up top it says, do not think for yourself. Can you read that? Don't think for yourself. You better listen to this sign. Okay? And then right here it says, be afraid. Be very afraid. Be super duper afraid. Here it says some shit about be very scared. Even more scared. If you get, ultimately, this is where we want you to call in on your friends and tell them how scared you are. Okay? So, and if y'all want to know who the authority is on your life, yeah, get at them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I hear that, they're able to do all this shit because nobody's doing anything. Well, nobody's doing anything because we're too busy chasing our tails for this fucking valueless slave fucking notes. Nobody's got any time. Trying to make ends meet. Ain't nobody even doing that, really. You know what I'm saying? But dig this. So, like, y'all seen the zombie movies, right? The zombie apocalypse and shit, man. I mean, look around, man. You see all the zombies? We're in the part of the movie, right, where all the people get geared up. Remember how they get geared up before they start kicking zombie ass all over the place, right? They get the suits and they get booted up and they're like, ah. And, so, you like sound effects there? Wrong. Anyways, it's that time, y'all. It's that time. But here's the thing. They got us whooped militarily. They got us whooped psychologically. They got us whooped materially. And they got us whooped financially. So, like, before we even hit the door, so, like, how we gonna get these motherfuckers? Well, I just gave you a couple of hints. You know what I'm saying? First of all, it's all consciousness. When we emancipate ourselves, like Marty said, from our mental slavery, then we'll get up out of this shit. But they got us thinking that's the only way to do this. How could we ever build anything else besides a corporate U.S. global pimp system? Come on, man. We could do better. We could do better. But we have to come up out of the fear. And they're just going to keep pumping it. And if we start to wake up, they're going to launch an event. So you got to be aware of this. You got to psychologically prepare yourself for this shit. You have to weigh the costs of battle before you go to war. And best believe that we at war, man. It's been going on for some time, but they ain't going to tell you because it's not to their advantage to tell you. You know what I'm saying? As long as you consent to this shit, well, they can stay pimping, So, anyways, where am I going with this, man? Like I gotta just wrap this shit up. I mean, like, just look, man. Let's put these motherfuckers on notice, man. Get at me. You know what I mean? Like, let's organize something together. I don't have all the ideas. I don't have all the time. I don't have all the resources. I'm betting that you don't either. But together, maybe we got a little bit. And to me, it's a moral imperative, y'all. Like, I don't give a fuck. They can take me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this life don't mean shit unless we stand for something, you know? And we should stand on the right side of history, not forcing our will upon other people, but learning to live in harmony and move on our own in sovereignty. And the reason that we're not able to is because we can't stand on our own 2 feet. We don't have our own food and we don't have our own finances. And we need to emancipate ourselves mentally and psychologically from these people's propaganda. So that's why I'm making these videos. My email address is cmorris@tacosandroses.org, or you can visit the website tacosandroses.org. Tacos stands for sustenance, roses stands for dignity, because we all need that balance, right? So get with me so that we can pull our stuff together and bring these tacos and roses to each other. You know what I mean? Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm so tired of this shit, man. Y'all want to keep going down this road, or we gonna build something different?